one of our wild cards was lost to Lord Booker in the first round. So both of them will be playing for their elimination, for their lives against elimination. We should be getting starting pretty shortly. So, right. And the race should have begun right now. Is it going? All right, now we see it running. So, yep, I forgot to account for the restream delay. Here go our racers. So looking at the card, there is the bug catching contest in the row 1 call 3, so we will see our racers set for that time. And then looking at the card, center goal is a poke goal, so there might, if there's some bad RNG, we could see the racers suffer a bit. But apart from that, there's some nice synergy in 10 Tower with level 40 Hoolugia and catch a poke on the 9th floor of 10 Tower. So yeah, looking at the starters, Snorms is going to choose the unknown, while it looks like Rob is going to choose the Krabby. So we're going to get two different. Yeah, so Rob's going to choose the Krabby, so we're going to get two different rivals the entire time. But yeah, neither of those pokes on the card. And Norms gets an encounter list 29. Love to see that, because you can't catch anything unless you're given a fortunate Pokeball as a held item. So each encounter is kind of a waste, and it looks like Rob gets the same. So I wish I had that luck in my own races. Let's see. Hidden item is a Repel. Always nice to have extras. And earlier I just noticed Rob did pick up the Route 29 item immediately, and that was a EXP share. So that is decent money off the game. Help you decide to evolve into a goal, like say at Chuck's game instead of a bit later. All right. Oh. Alright, so Snorms, he sees a Kabutops, and it has Swift, so that's a good start, or a decent start. That Spark from the Unknown almost killed it, but was just enough. So we could see if this is a runnable moon. And someone in chat pointing out that Rob ran away from which is one of pretty decent poke. It's very reliable. It has good stats all around. May not be the best attacking stats, but it will get you there. I didn't look to see I missed what was on the Kabutops, but it does look like Snorms is picking up a Oyster, and Oyster has some nice physical attacking stats. It does have a major special defense piece, Okay, and I see Rob also got closer, so yeah. Soft boiled, which is non HM sealed move, so that will be one of the goals that the racers can get later on. Alright, and Snorms loses out on $200 by losing to Rival. So let's go maybe a chance in the top. Oh, okay, sorry, I saw that wrong. It's the Krabby that has soft boiled. So yeah, so just the Krabby before Rob gets him that bull. I did see that. Yeah, there is takedown on the cloister takedown stronger moves, but it does have recoil, so can get annoying to use over time since you do have to go, but still will get used for a lot of things. But it does look like Storms may be looking for a better main than that. Rob, meanwhile, catching an execute, or did catch an execute, so that right there will be part of his Executor Sunflower goal. Alright. Since there is sweet percent, I'm just using that to get Spring Counter is much quicker. She's an Electrode with Ice Punch, but doesn't want anything to do with it. So, despite the okay special stats and speed, it is a bit fragile. And Snorms finds a Snorms with the side up there, but I don't know if that's his buddy officially or not, but he was not on it, so. It seems like Snorms is going to go to Route 31 or Dark Lake to try and look for a main. And meanwhile it's running, it's using the unknown as a means to the end. Alright, so that Electrode does have Slash, which is a high crit rate move. It has a okay move set, but you really want special moves, so it also has takedown device and uses Slash in most cases. Meanwhile, Storm's getting a little bit trolled by this Venonat. He's stealing. Maybe the paralysis will stop that. Alright. And he's through, so. Yeah, I don't think Snorms is looking to run this unknown, so he'll be definitely trying to find another thing. He finds a King to Rob had ran away from earlier. And the Kingdra shows a super effective move against the unknown, so that could be Dark or Bug or Ghost. Oh, and add the Arrow Blast. So that should be Snorm's enhanced crit rate move as well. He does mark off Dragon Poke. It is taking. It was holding a TM, but that TM is not useful in this case. Just for the sake of consistency, I'm gonna go ahead and. Oh, okay. Nope. He did notice it on his side. So. There is this Kangaskhan, which is a normal type. It is also pretty reliable main as well. So I wonder if Storm is going to switch using this Kindra's moveset. Oh, and he finds a Grimer as well. So, not gonna get super trolled by middle gold this time. It's always nice to see. Alright, meanwhile, Rob's going into the first trainer using Electrode. So, yeah, we'll see if that becomes his official plan. Or if he's gonna look for something else. Alright, Snorms does find a Revival Herb on Route 31, which is great to see. Allows you to make more dangerous plays in general, because you know you have a guaranteed max revive, essentially. So, yeah, always good to have insurance in these kinds of races. You never know what you can run into, although for Kingdra, yeah, I'm not sure if there's all that much that can one-hit kill it, so. We do have Flash on today's card, so we see Snorms spell the TM and buy escape ropes. Flash is a nice way to just get some levels on pokes if you need it, as well as accomplishing the goal. So, and since we did see an execute earlier, although I don't think Snorms has column 3 is a completely achievable goal at this time. So, yeah, pretty. So at least you can feel that Flash won't be a wasted goal. Yeah. This moveset on the Kingdra is not so great, so I wonder how committed Snorms will be to this. Maybe he gets the route encounter or something better. Oh, this moveset on the Raichu is quite nice. It could be a Raichu that even health would run. Right, so Snorms does get through the first trainer, but I believe that was the last arrow blasting on that Kingdra, so it'd be interesting to see if he decides to continue going up. He does skip one of the route items, and choosing to go straight to the floor instead. Could be an interesting decision. We do have buy 3 game corner pokes on the card, although we don't have the dreaded combination of 20 TMs there, so that should still be doable, but it's always nice to have a very expensive item that can help accomplish that goal, or an annual one. And the level up move for Kingdra is conversion, so not what Snorms wanted to see. Alright. Alright. Blizzard showing that it had like a 33% chance of hitting. If you had watched our previous race yesterday, yeah, it seems to be statistically significant that Blizzard is worse than coin flip. Alright, so Snorms did escape rope out before fighting the last ring. As mentioned earlier, he was having some issues with move PT, so he ducked out before facing the Elder, healed up, and now it's facing the level 9. Twister Persian is annoyance, since it is super effective against Bingo, but Snorms should be able to get through this decently without any problems. Active healing. Oh, and the Mantan chose Bone Rush on Rob. That hurts. And yeah, the Electro goes down. So he is going to use a Revival Herb here. Meanwhile, Storms through the second trainer without too much issues. Has to heal right before Faulkner. That, and earlier I had talked about the burns, so Rob has it ready if can do that, needing it for that Bone Rush many times. Alright, so we did see that Hidden Power was super effective. Not using that limits it down to Ghost and Dark. Ooh, and that Ladybug getting arrow blasted. Alright, Rob finds submission, so another recoil move. So he's gonna teach over Slash. So once again, Slash takes down both strong normal moves, but takes down the recoil. So really a matter of preference. Alright, he does find a scope lens, and so he's going to choose to equip that electrode. And let's see how Elder is. Alright, Rob gets to freeze on the milk tank. Was going to be a spear shot anyway, but always nice to, yeah, just always nice to be able to kill things without taking too much damage. The level 10's a Parasect, so yeah, having Ice Punch is nice, although Mud Slap could be mild annoyance, but he hits the second Ice Punch. And a Nidorino, so it looks like Rob will be able to get through this without no problems. Alright, we do have Max Phone Book in the top left, so Storm's gonna fight the first signature when both trainers, so always good to get it out of the way. Rob is walking down. I thought he had got escape ropes, like Alright, Snorms picks up Aurora Beam for the King. Or sorry, the Faulkner's Team was Aurora Beam. Nice for Snorms because he very much needed it at the end of the move. Aurora Beam not the strongest move out there, but it will be more than serviceable. This Amistar quite an annoyance for Snorms as either Ghost or Dark Hidden Power that he had. That's somewhat effective. So I feel that I feel that after that defense was raised, Hidden Tower did less, so that suggests to me it's Ghost. So the arms can potentially figure that out. King Ghost stats are... Yes, Nuz also pointing out in the chat that it wasn't doing much damage in the first place, so yeah, very likely that it's Ghost. So once again, King Ghost does have very balanced stats, so it's not... so either way, it doesn't matter, but it's just nice to know typing for future fight. Alright, Norms once again skipped a lot of items. Hoping he'll have enough money for the game corners at the end, but not these items. Alright, meanwhile, Rob is through on Faulkner now. So, will be kind of interesting to see what he does with the Aurora being PM. I guess he doesn't need it since he has Ace, so probably just leave it there. Meanwhile, the TM in the well was Cotton Spore, so not what Norms was hoping to see, but it still is a decent amount of money. Again, Kingdom's pretty reliable as a whole, so he'll get through things. He shouldn't have major problems getting walled on anything, but it might just take him a few more hits than to kill some things than needed. So. Alright, didn't realize this earlier, but the melting that Rob saw on Elder is on the card. And we also saw a War Turtle that looks to be in Pilot Forest for one place that you can get it. Probably the easiest location. So we'll see if they do any no repel strat here. Oh, Miltank was also in my list. Yeah, no repel strat would be very good. Unless they're both in the water, of course. Alright, Rob doesn't repel on Route 32. He does find a Snorlax, which would help towards the normal types, but that might not be in his mind right now. He runs from it. Alright, meanwhile, Snorms gets Boros information. So he goes through. So he doesn't necessarily need to produce Sprout to find that information on out. We could see him go back and do Sprout and find the Milton information. Yep, so this time Rob does choose to catch this normal Porygon. So maybe he just realized shortly after that. It's not getting in the ball though. Throwing a lot of balls. The way this randomizer is set up so that every Pokemon has a 1 chance to get in the ball at full HP. And so, so he gets Rob seemingly got frustrated with that and chose to ran, but it came back. And now Rob throwing the Spark Ball, which has the fun animation. Yeah, he gives up on this one as well. Meanwhile, Snorms got through well without too much problems. Oh, Rob finds a Mewtwo. At level 7, it's potentially main switchable um especially with Max phone book and Rob not finding any of the phone book figuring out this route yet. He gets it in with his last ball, so we'll see if he decides to main switch here. Alright, meanwhile, yeah, the Weedle and the Bug Dream. Ooh, and Rob bites straight down, which unfortunately leads him to hit this optional with 3 pokes. Again, he didn't move his Mewtwo to the side, so I'm sure he just but if he did have the Mewtwo in front, it would be an okay play for experience. Alright, copying information is on Bugsy, so that's going to be useful for Rob in the future once he gets there. Alright, this Kingdra had all 40 stats, it looks like, so since it is a female, it's gonna have lower attacking stats in general, lower end of DBs there, so that could mean that this Kindra's not too great, but once again, it's a pretty reliable Pokemon. It has good stats overall. I don't expect the low DBs to be too much of an issue. Rob finds the Sunflora in Union Case. He already had the Executor, so and he did run out of balls, so could have saved him some time to catch it right now, but not too big of a loss. He does pick up this Calcium nice and towards the and the Max Ether, which or Snorms might have helped with his low power point. But yeah, I guess once Snorms gets headbutt, after defeating Rival, Snorms should be fine. So, no, they chose different rivals. Snorms went with an unknown, and then Rob went with a Krabby. Alright. Snorms through Rival. So, yep, he's gonna likely gonna pick up Headbutt. Kingdra Ball to be more than able to get through Hopes now. Snorms finds a rare candy, which always a useful item. You can use it either to boost your main up or to evolve something. So, looking at hopes that you can get by evolving, there's a Charmeleon, Ivysaur, or Totodile on that, which could help. Or just Auxiliary if you find a high enough level to work. So, yeah, but there are a few things that you can find that are so Remoraid evolved at level 25, so that might be useful, but there are a few things that are way up at 34 or you find in the wild, so you can see potentially so. Alright, Snorms taking the checkpoint at Goldenrod Center, so just protecting himself from any kind of wipe. But once again, he still had the revival arm. Meanwhile, Rob did find Leaf Gun Slowpoke Wall, and he's just going to choose to evolve his execute right now. So, goal for him. And Kenya, we didn't see what it was. Snorms removes the mail on it, just so he can do this move poke with mail. But it is a Nabra, so that is a GG for it in Nabra evolution. And so that does lock up BLTR as a goal, attainable goal. 7 different types of berries, pretty. Yeah, not too difficult to get. Especially if Snorms does get a gold berry in this contest. That's even one less berry that you have to collect. So both Blastoise and Charizard in the contest. Just gotta find it at a decent level, and that should do it. Level 10 Charizard might work. Might be on the low end. Chooses to run. So level 14 Articuno will win, so yeah, I might have taken the gamble on the Charizard. But wow, there's a lot of main switchable pokes right here. Tyranitar right here. Level 18, of course, is pretty much a guaranteed run. 14 Sand Slash. That I think does have a decent chance, especially weakening just a drop to 3 percentage points. So. So let's see how lucky Snorms gets with this. And he does win with it, so yeah, gonna reset. So I don't have the odds on me, but my best guesstimate would be that to be around a 50% chance. Slightly under 50% chance of winning. So. Yes. Alright, thank you, H-Roll. Yeah, so as pointed out in chat, 58 at full health, so yeah, roughly a coin flip to win. Meanwhile, Rob is fighting this bug catcher Benny right here, who has 3 pokes. Let's find Giraffe info on it, but I don't know if this was intentional or he just wanted the EXP. Level 13 Snubble, that is a normal type. I'm not quite sure of his chances to place, but yeah, and it doesn't place this time, so I personally thought that might be a bit low, but probably some odds. Yeah, 12%. So. Oh, I do believe we had some earlier on Stone's so well, I could be wrong. Yeah, Slowpoke well. Yeah, 0.2. That was 0.2 here, so. Alright, there's a costume information for Rob. You'll be able to find that. Although, Snorms did get a Grimer on Route 31 earlier. The level 11 Articuno, I think he's Yep, and he gets the Goldberry. So once again, that also helps count towards his 7 different type of berries goal. So very nice to have. And speaking of 7 berries, Snorms picked up the Ice Berry. That's one of the berries I always forget. And the coffee is in Ilex Forest again, so 3 things in Ilex Forest. So yeah, I'm sure we won't see a repel right here. Alright, Snorms gets some Sunkern information. Fighting this phone book for the trainer, so very nice. Sorry, fighting this trainer for the phone book. Yeah, Snorm, depending on when Rob does the bug catching contest goal, and if Rob is successfully able to get the episode, very Snorms might be able to metagame where everything is, but I'm sure he'll probably just check the info that he has and find them all in Ilex anyway. So. Oh, yeah, dude pointing out that Rob might not have Pokeballs since he threw a bunch at the Porygon earlier. So, yeah, that might be a problem to going Repellus. Yeah, so he doesn't repel. So just double checking that this is Ilex. You get the Mewtwo instead, but yeah, so Ilex in Route 34, similar location. Not a bad idea to just confirm, but alright, you see the Caesar. Oh, and the Caesar has Boom on Storm screen, so once again Storms did pick up a Revival early on, so it's just nice to see that. And Rob not getting any luck with his Repellus strats, which is definitely a shame because he's not going to notice that he has Pokeballs, except he doesn't have a ball right here, so he has one try at the poke that he sees. Right. Meanwhile, I didn't notice when Kingdra got Spark, but that is a nice move to have. Alright, and he threw Whitney without problem. Alright, Executor has Big, so, Rob did have the Krabby with Soft Boil earlier, so he doesn't necessarily need it to the Executor for the 4 non-HM field moves. By teaching Cut to this Executor, he's gonna, yeah, he has that issue, so. That's his third encounter on this floor. Furo is a normal type, so, yeah, but Rob checks the Pokeballs that he has left and probably going to decide to try and save them for something else on the card. But well, has only seen 3 slots here, so 7 of the 10 that he hasn't seen on the card, including the card. And there's a Milky, so. Not choosing to switch out and weaken it, but he does get the ball first try. Meanwhile, the Pseudo here is a Splashy, so not on the card this time, so Storm isn't gonna bother. And Storm picks up Rock Smash. He does have, if he does find another focus like Dig or Soft Boiled or Teleport, he'll get the 4 non-HM moves. He does grab the item finder here, so that should tell Rob roughly where Snorms is. So, yeah, there is like four times that people might grab item finder. One is right when you enter SBK, one is right after you defeat Rival, one is after you defeat the gym, and then one is after Fly. So, it doesn't fully give you the information unless you know how to player plays, but it does tell you that they are in. Yep. So there's Ho-Oh on the Kimono Girls. It is info, but once again, there's a lot of synergy and power, so I don't think the runners will necessarily death set. So yeah, Rob finds the coffin, but he does throw the yellow ball. I guess he picked up another love ball, but yeah, this coffin not getting in there, so Rob's gonna have to duck out. And it also looks like he doesn't have any repels, so he might get another 2 or 3 encounters here. One of the Kimono Girls had a Kingler, one of them has a Krabby. Both will quickly die to Spark. Alright, and that's Murkrow, so I think that's a 5th grass slot that we've seen in Hylic. So, the Ward Turtle, good chance that might be in the water instead. Both trainers got a Route 34 encounter, and they were both Pikachu, so... Alright, and Rob's gonna go to the Golden Run Mark. Meanwhile, Snorms gets through. Kimono Girls is the nice, powerful Surf HM, which is gonna be extra powerful for it to just stab. So, yep, I'm sure he'll be between that pretty instantly. In case of Len choosing to do it here so he can get on him faster. So, never have really thought about that, but yeah. And Rob hits another another optimal on Round 35. So. Oh, and it had the shuffle, so this might be a thing to get through. And it has Nightshade, so that's more damage than a shuffle normally would do. It tries to use Belly Drum, but it's already... Would have been nice to see that earlier. More draft info for Snorms. Yeah, I think he just hit the trainer after being beat them. Waiting to draft. So. Alright, so we can see if Rob decides to do contact here. Looks like he does. I didn't see him save, so this might be a one and done. Alright, find the Jolteon at 14. Yeah, I think that's slightly wrong. Probably had a chance. Placing probably less than 50%. Blastoise at level 11 is probably one level lower than you'd want to see, but there was a chance. 17 is definitely too strong there. Articuno 13 should be too strong. Oh. Meanwhile, I didn't point out any of the legendary cards. I am bad at that. So yeah, if someone else in chat wants to list them, they can do so. I think one might have been like a Slowpoke or something. Rob catches this level 8 Tyranitar. I'm pretty sure that's too low to place. Yep. So he does not complete the goal. He also did not save, so he's gonna have to clock reset in order to get that goal or find it on the ground. So yeah, for anyone who's interested in getting running into the game, we do have a calculator out there in our resources. If you want to make your bug catching contest experience more consistent. Alright, meanwhile, Rob is struggling a little bit with his partner. He does get hit by that thing. Forgets to grab the number, so we've seen him skip a lot of max phone book trainers. Don't know if that just was something that he's forgotten about or had deliberately chosen to skip, but yeah, he didn't grab the bug catcher's number there, which skill that he probably should have grabbed since he was right there. So I think that Tauros just metronomed in this slash, which is kind of interesting. It's a bear with earth. That kind of hurts, but once again, he's a pretty bulky, survives the hit. So gets through Morty's ace, and that should let him get through Morty quite easily. Alright, so Snorms getting to fight this trainer who also has only one poke for his phone number. I think after this one he can just grab the phone book from Bill's sister, and he'll be able to mark that goal off. So Rob left Whitney's gym. I think he had to steal a bit of a time stuck. If Abra wasn't free, we do see more information on the male Pokefan trainer. So that could be a good info discrepancy, but since they do have an Abra, which will also get boosted DSP, they're probably not going to worry about that for information much. I think Snorms will be done with berries after he picks up Shuckle to get the regular berry. So, since he did win the gold berry in contest. But you can always confirm later on. I don't remember him using any of them. So, meanwhile, Rob's struggling against her alligator. Alright, he's through that. Now just has to beat the 20. But Nidorino should be fine, especially with Bone Rush, although Rapid is do Ice Punch. Oh, Stab Sludge Bomb hurts a little bit. Alright, Snorm's storing his berries. So, just, yeah, clearing up some inventory space. Once again, since we do have 3 game corner pokes, it might be nice to pick up some items. Yep, and so that was 7 berries with the shuffle. That's paid for. Snorms actually has a pretty clean, now that I look at it. So yeah, if he finishes the top row and the bottom row, column 2, column 3, and then for Kadabra, that should be 5 bingos for him. So, this is pretty linear. I'm assuming that the water turtle exists. Yeah, so he first checks if the Sun Kern, finds 34 or the beginning, Route 29. Alright, Karos is a bit more difficult to find. War Turtle is in Route 6. Actually, that's an easier location than I looked for, so he might not see the milk tank there. Yeah, I forget, was Taros in 10? I saw that it wasn't in great locations, but I couldn't remember if it was in 10 or more. Because if it is in 10, Snorms can just get it on his way up as well. Okay, it was 10. Yeah, so Snorms has a pretty clean path, it looks like. On the way up, then he'll probably evolve the Abra, so yeah, this could be a pretty clean run with, I know, Snorms has wanted, especially since in group stages when he was racing me. He spent about 30 minutes doing my trying to luck into it for me info. So. Ooh, and Rob gets hit by Thrash on the rival. And he didn't buy any potions, so he's gonna take the wipe, it looks like. Alright, Snormed with a 54-minute play. Alright, I did mention bottom row as a pass. This does depend on game corner poke. So Snorms might need a bunch of money, but that goal will unlock 2 of them for him. I think he'll want to do it, just the busting of how much money does he have to do it. Oh, Kenya with the psychic. So Kenya is gonna use to get through this himself. It looks like. But Shadow Ball's probably gonna put an end to it. And Rob goes all the way back to Golden Run. Okay, I think this is the last phone book on Snorms. But yeah. I'm not sure if he's 100% sure, so I'm sure we'll see it later on. Does fight this Pokemania. I think that was accident in terms of movement. I think he bonked a little bit, and that's what led him to hit it. Only one pokes it though, so it's not too. Oh, it has a phone number? Okay. That's some information for me that I never knew about, but yeah, that should be its next one. And then. Alright, shiny today's a Venonat. So, not on the card this time. So, Snorms is gonna put it to sleep with an Air Blast. Oh, I didn't notice this either, but it does look like Rob did Rival first instead of Kimono Girls. That's kind of interesting, because he was fighting a level 20, and now he's back in Kimono. Not sure if that's intentional or not. Alright, Snorms grabs the EXP for his Abra. Electro tries to aim swords. That would have been pretty interesting. This was a mostly physical moveset, but he does have a lot of recoil moves, so not the greatest, not always the greatest thing to pair up swords with. So we're gonna finish up Flash. So he had defeated all the trainers except for the Elder, so he shouldn't take too long. And Rob's Electrode goes down again. But Kenya gets through this Kingler, and so the Kenya's gonna evolve, so Rob should get that a Cadaver goal right here. Yeah, main switch. I mean, Psychic Sacred Fire Cadaver is not too bad. But Snorms does find the Miltank on Elder, so since he probably is going up 10 anyway, he probably doesn't need a deck hit, but maybe he decides to do so. We'll save him a little bit of menu of having to deck with Pokemon floor, unless of course it's on floor 1. And if he does see that it is an island, he might go there immediately. But it doesn't look like he's checking. He's gonna go. Yeah, so he's gonna get the charcoal, which is some nice money. Go towards the game corner folks. And let's see how much he has. So he has about 26,000, so plus the extra 5,000 from the charcoal. Still need, and then he can sell PMs. I think he'll be enough without needing to pick up nearly everything. Snorms finds a execute first try here. he didn't buy too many Pokeballs, but hey, but he gets it first try. I think he still has his Leaf Stone too. Oh, he wasn't even looking for the execute. Yeah, there was a Sunkern that he had tested. He's looking for the War Turtle now, right now, I think. Alright, he does next to Miltank, which is an eyeless. So. Alright, and Snorms finds the War Turtle. Alright, Rob's starting his second attempt at trainer at the rival. I guess I can switch his audio if we want to the roamers again. Roamers, his audio is a bit soft, actually. So, back to Snow. Alright, the War Turtle finally gets into the ball. Alright, and then Snorm is gonna start Sweet Scenting here for the Miltank. Gengar's a slot we didn't see earlier. So, one more ground slot to experience. We can find out if the War Turtle is on the ground or not. Trying to switch to Rob's audio right now. Alright, and back to Storms. Sorry if I talked over one of the tries, but I actually couldn't hear it. So, I'm not sure, once again, what the roamers are because I'm not good at identifying them. Alright, Storms did find the Miltank on the ground, so all the pokes were on the ground, surprisingly. So Rob just had a bit of bad luck earlier. So. So Storm still had the Leaf Stone, Executor, and now he's probably going straight to 10. And yes, indeed. I didn't see if he equipped the EXP share earlier on the Ever, I'm assuming. So. Oh, okay. So Kenya is fainted. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so Snorms isn't going to get the evolved gun here. He could have used that rare candy to boost the Kenya instead, and that would have revived the Kenya with 2 HP, but he chose to use it on Stinger to help him get through this fight. Although, yeah, with the first trainer having a Blissey, you may regret the decision since he would have gotten a level anyway. And Houndoom is pretty fragile, as we had seen one of our earlier races, so yeah, two cases where the level might have been nicer on the Kenya instead. Alright, Rob struggling with a little bit of the movement in Morty's gym, but just there, so just one more trainer to fight before Morty. Rob threw a Pokeball at the War Turtle, which I find pretty amusing. Yeah, can't get the goal that way, unfortunately. No snag ball implemented in Pokemon Crystal, at least. So. Ooh, and the Golbat takes down the Electrode once again. So, yeah, Snorms realizing that his Abra was fainted, so he's gonna go back and heal it right before the 40. But yeah, I'm sure he wishes that he had revived it beforehand. So that might have cost him about a minute or so. It's gonna be interesting what his time's gonna be, because this is gonna be a very good time. Yeah, should end right when he still does have to fight the game corner, fight the trainers for the game corner poke, and then buy everything. But yeah, it's looking like this might be like the 117, 118. Alright, so there's the Slowpoke though, one cry I did earlier. But yeah, that's not gonna be enough levels for the Abra, so we'll see if Light Snorms just goes Repellus and takes the encounters up here. There. Get it. That one underground trainer that he has to fight, that won't be enough EXP, so yeah, I'm expecting Snorms to take at least one extra fight. So Snorms through the tower without too much problems. Did take the long way around on floor 4, but yeah, as long as you get up there, should be good. Alright, so he does get a first spot encounter here. We'll see if he triggers to kill it for the XP. Yeah, probably just gonna be one level for Abra, so yep. So he'll need another 2 levels. One of those levels will come from undergrounds. Yeah, one more thing which would be nice. Alright, he's on floor 9, but he's gonna position himself right by the stairs. We go to Hello. Alright, meanwhile, on Rob's screen, that Kadabra, that ended doing quite a bit of work, so yeah, I kicked Kadabra pretty good for me. Alright, so there's Snorms killing the last poke, so yeah, so he's gonna fetch this Farfetch now. No, he's gonna choose to kill it, okay. Yeah, once again, I think Snorms could have gotten away with just catching it here, because he does have the underground trainer that he has to fight. Okay, and she needs to just get the level 2, that's okay too. Yeah, I don't think there's any real rush to finish this quickly. So he's gonna catch this slow king. And then kill one more thing, and that should cause the episode ball. Alright, and now the Ho-Oh. So, yep, there's save. And it's a legendary bird. Ooh, Crunch Zapdos, that hurts a lot. Oh, Snorms only has 1 ball. It's a great thing that he saved. But man, this can be annoying. Yeah, so he's gonna be very safe with ooh, barely lives. So 50% health right here. Should be able. Alright, and Petal Dance does take down the Kingdra. Zapdos will now be confused, making itself a bit more. Yeah. Alright, that Cloyster was probably dead like 20 times over. Getting hit by Petal Dance from the left. Alright, now Storm throws his 1 ball. It has good odds, and it gets him, so. Yep, playing a bit risky there. But yeah, all Snorms needs to do is play the Game Corner pokes. I think that will be faster than the normal types. Because I don't think he has very many. So. Alright, so let's see how much money he has. Not too many TMs, so. He can't sell all of them. Still has the charcoal. So that's not enough. So he's about... Yeah, so he's about 5,000 short, so... Moina strats, maybe? No. There we go. I'm gonna go to the basement to pick up, the few items scattered down there. Mystic Water, not gonna be enough. I think the trainer gives that Snorms, which I barely give any money, so TM40, gonna be That's gonna be roughly 1,000 or so. I picked up a Master Ball. I honestly have no idea how much a Master Ball sells for. I'm curious myself. Snorm's having a little bit of trouble on this elevator. Oh, okay, never mind. He just wanted to refresh the locations. So never mind. Alright, Magnet, again, another $50. Yeah, so... yeah, Snorms does play a bit of full item rando, so I think this is one of the tactics used to get all these Vigilant Golden items. So, if you're interested in that as well, our Discord. While our Discord is named the Cinco Bingo community, there are a few other variants played there as well. So, shoutouts to our Discord. Alright, that TM only worth $500. Didn't sell the Master Ball, so I still don't know how much that sells for. I guess I could quickly Wikipedia it. But... oh, it's just the arrow. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, no point in selling it. Alright, so Snorm's fighting 44 trainers. He should fight the gold trainer that since they give a decent amount of money. But Magikarp in the water. Alright, meanwhile Rob is on Chuck. But struggling against the level 30. But yeah, this Electrode really hasn't had its fun this race. Yeah, so Rob could have, yeah, once again, the Kingdra started out with a pretty subpar moveset, but was reliable and got a few TMs and level up moves to help out. So, that might have been the difference. Yeah, Snorm's picking up all these items, but they're not any money at all, so. Snorm finds a gold berry. Oh man. He still needs to pick up the coin case. There are a few items down there too, but. All right, so he's finally there. Has enough. Yeah, I think Snorms just realized he doesn't have the coin case, so maybe slightly tricking himself for not doing that first before selling the item. Although I don't believe nerds give that much money, but you can see. Alright. Alright, so he picks up the coin case, dodges the spinner, and he'll just buy the 3 items, and we'll yeah, we'll see this race conclude shortly. Alright, and Snorms by the last hope, and he will finish with a official time of 1:21:22 in the race MGG. Rob does choose to forfeit here, so we'll see our participants join here for the interview, and they can share their thoughts. So yeah, well done by Snorms. A bit of an unfortunate race for Rob, who is eliminated from the tournament. So we hope to see him in the next one we have. But yeah, Rob had a good showing getting out of groups. So yeah, we can see that further on. Meanwhile, Snorms will face. Trying to pull up the bracket right now. Snorms will face Garth the Lightning as his next opponent. So, yep, as Garth has, if you watched the end of Garth's last race, Garth said that there's some revenge brewing there. So, yeah, make sure you tune into that race for some extra beef along with Pokemon. So. Also, do want to point out what our next races are. So I believe that's the last one we have for today. But tomorrow we will have 3 races starting at 7 a.m. Eastern time. Start out with PokeFan versus Hercules Bench Press. That will be on SpeedGaming channel. We'll also have a match at 2 p.m. for Friend of Mr. Golem versus Kovota, and then we'll have Valkyrie versus Monty Bank. And the last one is in the winners bracket, so major implications for someone advancing there. So make sure you tune in for that if you're following our tournament pretty religiously. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're gonna get anyone for the interview. Oh, nope. It's because I forgot to mark the tracker as done. One sec. Where is the link to the tracker? My bad. Marks. Huh? All right. Oops. No. That might be why. All right. Looks like we do have Rob here. Arms. Winner. All right. All right. Hello, Rob.
Hi.
Hey, how do you feel that win?
Oh, I played terribly.
Okay. Your words, not mine. Yeah. Your words, not mine. So.
Oh no, absolutely my words. I played absolutely terribly.
Yeah.
If I played better, I could have actually had a good shot because I had a route figured out for a Cinco Bingo.
Okay. Yeah. You wanna just?
Yeah,
so you pretty
I was basically doing the same thing that he was, but instead of bottom left, top right, and row 5, I was doing top left, bottom right, and column 4. So basically, he did the buy all game corner pokes, and I was doing the 7 different normal types.
Right.
But no, I just played so badly.
Yeah. What do you think? So what decision do you criticize the most?
Oh boy, how do I choose? There were a lot of bad decisions. Probably maining the electrode, but I just wasn't finding too many good things. I know at one point I caught a Mewtwo and I thought about switching over to it, but then I reconsidered. And I know I caught a Typhlosion early on and I almost thought about maining, but I don't know. That's the one thing that I know I struggle with when it comes to Cinco Bingos is I feel like Cinco Bingos can be split up into like 2 groups, where the first half is like kind of just rush for fly, and then the second half is to have good goal routing. And I find that I excel in the goal routing, and I am absolutely terrible at actually having good knowledge on what's a good main. Which results in me maining some interesting things.
Yeah, I think Electrode has been running this tournament a few times now, but not to great success. I mean, it's a bit fragile for a lot of.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could have worked if I just played better. Like, I feel like there wasn't really any big mistake I made. I mean, there were a lot of big mistakes I made, but like for example, I forgot to save before bug catching, which kind of screwed me. I was just gonna reset the clock if it actually came down to it, but whatever.
Yeah.
But doing that, there were a couple of times where I took unnecessary wipes. I know the first time I entered Ekritique, I don't know why I went to Burn Tower before I went to the Kimono Girls, which I always do Kimono Girls first, so.
Yeah. Also, I think some max phone book trainers might have helped with some of the weaknesses of Electrode.
Probably. Max phone book is a goal that's still weird for me, because I have my own personal document that has like a lot of helpful reminders on it, and on that is like the good trainers to do with max phone book. But with the early run, there's so much else going on that I tend to completely forget about that. I'm honestly surprised I didn't completely forget about the berries as well, but the berries I kind of was on top of. But yeah, no, I had a feeling the Max phone book was gonna be a bad goal for me. But I mean, everything else kind of worked out all right.
Yeah. So if you're curious, Snorms did run the King Draw. I'm sure you saw I didn't have a great starting moveset, but
did it? Oh, so he did main the King Draw. I figured he did.
Yeah.
Because I almost did as well. I was very close, but I don't, because I know King Draw's got good stats. I just wasn't happy about the moveset personally.
Yeah. It's Snorms. Faulkner giving Aurora Beam helped it quite.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
And then, yep.
Yeah, so. King Draw with Aurora Beam actually. Yeah, that's probably. Yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah. So just had to get through the early game, but it's pretty bulky, so might have saved you from some of the thinking issues that you had.
Yeah, I don't know. I played poorly, but you know what? It's okay. I had a feeling I was gonna lose this match anyway, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So, unfortunately, you losing this match does mean that you are eliminated from this tournament.
It's fine. My goal was just to make it to the bracket stage, and I did that, so.
Yeah, so.
I can't complain.
Congrats on meeting your goal, so.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts? Or anything you want to say was your last time here on stream for this tournament?
Given I only started doing bingo and crystal rando stuff like 5, maybe 6 months ago at this point, I'm pretty happy with how I did.
Yeah, you definitely had a good showing getting
yeah. So. And I think if I really work on just figuring out what's a good main and what isn't, I can do way better. So if there's ever another tournament, here's hoping I do better. So.
Yep. So we do. In case you're curious, I think we do have like a main list. It's a little out of date, but that is somewhere in.
Yeah, because if you look at it and you look at all the things I mained, a lot of the things I mained, I'm the only person who was crazy enough to do
it. Well, I made a Sunflora earlier, so.
You made a Sunflora? What the? What is wrong with you? Why?
You know.
I'm not good at knowing mains, but it would take a lot of convincing to main me a Sunflora.
Yeah, it was an experience.
Oh, I'm sure.
Say the least. So. Okay, well, Robbie, thank you for participating. We thank you for being on this race. And yeah, once again, we do have 3 matches tomorrow, so yeah, make sure you stay tuned for that. Or yeah, in general, the entire weekend we'll have a bunch of matches. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this race. Yep, and hope to see you guys in the other races later this weekend. So, bye-bye.
See ya.